Hello,
Hey.
welcome. Happy Tuesday or Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I forgot what day it was.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome to Relationship Talk with Beth Lee and
Dan IT guy.
yes, and we are very happy that you're here. We wanted to just say welcome to our new subscribers that we have. I think one of our latest videos probably pulled in a few new subscribers, so we're very happy. If this is the first time that you're watching our live, welcome.
Welcome.
If you don't know about our channel, I wrote a book called Making Marriage Last by Beth Lee. And there's a link to it actually in the top of the comments there. And it's basically our journey through our marriage and different things that thank you, Destroyer. You said happy birthday. But it's basically just a story about our journey and how we've overcome certain obstacles and issues by different techniques that we've learned along the way.
Yeah.
So lots of different little anecdotes and stories in there of our marriage, other marriages that are around us that are positive, some of them a little more negative, but we've been trying to promote that book a little bit and get the word out there so that more people can be helped by it, because we really believe in the message that's in there.
You get a story and you might even find something that helps. You never know.
You might. And the basic premise of the book is working through your marriage with kindness towards one another and with positivity and looking at the positive side of things and, trying to be positive together, work towards goals. Like last week on our show, we talked about setting goals with one another and really trying to, reach those goals together, because that's one of the fun things about marriage is setting goals together and then working hard towards those goals and being successful together and celebrating those successes. That's always the real fun part.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And this last week here in Northern Illinois has been
cold.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And I think my sensor has actually frozen off. So if I sound a little different than I normally do and use different words than I normally do, it's just because my sensor has fucking frozen. And I really just don't give a shit anymore. My give a shit meter has frozen as well. So Sorry about that, but that's just the way it goes. And it's been goddamn cold.
Yes.
Like frigid outside, below zero for the high. And then you have the wind chill on top of that, which is... I think the official term is Mother Nature's a bitch. Wind chill factor.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Negative 28 for a wind chill. Mother Nature's a bitch. That's what she is. So we're just now starting to warm up. It's been several days with us kind of locked inside of our house and not really going anywhere. Except to slide down the hill into town and try and get some green tea for Mr. Dan IT guy and a few snacks, but that's about it.
Right.
We've been stuck inside of our house. And that leads me to a good point. If you are stuck in your house right now, like most of us in the frozen north here, in about 9 or 10 months, I should see a bunch of new babies arriving, because the only activity that you can possibly be doing when it's this goddamn cold outside is fucking. That's pretty much it. I mean, we took advantage of that.
Got to do something. So that's hence the smile on my face. Yeah, you gotta stay warm. So cuddle together, light a fire. If you don't have a fireplace, just light a fire in the middle of the floor. No, don't do that. No, please
don't do that.
Don't
do that. No, that would be bad. But if you've got a fireplace, light a fire, get a blanket, and canoodle. That would be good. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the topic for today?
Topic for today is...
Aw.
Tracy's birthday. Beth Lee, otherwise known as
Tracy, aka Dan IT guy's wife.
Yes. I'm gonna sing happy birthday to her. I asked
Feel
her
free
earlier
to sing along.
if she wanted me to sing it then or sing it on the show. She wants me to sing it on the show. So
yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you.
Now I have to make a wish. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what my wish was, but those of you who saw last week's show, you know what my wish was. A few people who know what my wish was.
That's true.
Not many, but a few people know what my wish was. Anyways, thank you, baby.
So let's hear some stories from when you were younger.
Let's see. Some of my favorite stories were actually like just hanging out with my brothers. I grew up with 3 younger brothers, so I was always, you know, a little bit bigger than them. You know, being the oldest, I was a little bigger than them until they got to be teenagers, and then they were all playing football, and I was the small one. So I was repaid for all the times I beat the shit out of them when we were little. So. One of the stories was we were staying at a hotel. My childhood was pretty messed up, but we were living at a hotel at the time. Cha-cha-cha. And so we're living at this hotel for like 6 months or 6 weeks or something like that. And 2 of my brothers thought it would be great to throw me in the pool. And so one of them grabbed my arms, one of them grabbed my legs, and they were doing the swing, you know, swinging me in like the 1, 2, 3 thing. Mm-hmm. And they didn't quite coordinate. Do we go on 3 or is it 1, 2, 3 and then go? And so one of them, whoever it was that was holding onto my arms, let go, dropped me smack, like right on the edge of the pool, like right along my spine, right on the edge of the pool. And I just kind of rolled into the pool. So yeah, that
doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah. And then I come floating back up to the top of the water after, I don't know how long, I don't know, 20 minutes. No, it wasn't that long, but I came floating up to the top of the water, and my brothers are like rolling on the ground. They're laughing. And I'm like, dude, I could have died, you know? No, they thought that was hilarious. Dude, are you okay? That was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I'm like, you could have killed me just now. But I got out of the pool, kicked their ass, and then laughed. So that was good. Yeah, some of the fun times were hanging out with you and your brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
That was always fun.
Hide and go seek.
I always tried to find you.
Did you?
You were always hidden really well, though. I don't even know where you were hiding. You were always hidden really well.
Yeah. That was pretty clever.
Yeah, you were pretty clever. Yeah. Or we'd go over to your house and you guys would just take off on your bikes and I'd be stuck there going, hey, I like riding bikes too. You've got like 5,000 bikes in your garage. I don't know where you guys got all those bikes.
I don't know, just picked them up. We used to pick stuff up. Like we'd be driving down the road and we'd see a 10-speed sitting along there or whatever. We'd pick it up and I'd harvest all the parts off of it, and then we'd take and put it at like a 10-speed wheel on a little 20-inch bike, and put a big
Frankenstein bikes.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you to our sponsor Amaretto tonight. I've got hot chocolate with amaretto in it, and it is fucking fantastic. Let me just tell you. It's going to be a good night tonight, I can tell you. No, they would take off on their bikes, and then I spent a lot of time with Dan's mom.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have any daughters, so she's like, oh, we could bake cookies together, or we could go garden together, or let's sew a dress for you or something. And I'm like, all right, I want to go ride bikes, but okay. Yeah, so we did girly things, which was fun. We always had a good time. But
my mom loved it because she had always wanted a daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was kind of the adopted one, like always coming over and spending time and eating all the tomatoes that she had in her bag. No, I was going to say.
Yeah, we need to install a test cam.
Yes. The barking you hear in the back is Tessa.
Your Royal Highness Tessa.
Yes. Tessa Messa.
Yeah. Our dog.
Yes. She's a healer boxer mix and doesn't like it when we're talking and ignoring her. So
pretty much, yeah.
Shut up, dog.
Nobody asked you.
No talking. This is not, you're not on camera right now. You're just going to have to deal with it. Anyways.
I got Lily licking on my leg.
Yes. So, but yeah, fun times growing up. It was always fun, like when you guys would come over to our house too, because you and your brothers would get into trouble with my brothers.
I remember going over there like on Christmas and stuff, and we'd go over there and have breakfast and
yeah,
play with try to break all their toys, and we didn't know.
Rip the heads off my dolls.
No,
yeah, I remember that.
Never did that.
The little beanbag doll that I had, you tried to rip the head off of it.
It was not me.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. If my mom was here right now, she would say, yes, it was, because I've complained. Tried to rip. I had that thing when I was 3 years old. I think I actually told him that right after I punched him, was that I've had this doll since I was 3. Don't take my baby doll. Yeah.
We had fun. What are you going to do?
Yeah. The benefits of knowing your spouse since you were 7, that's, you have a lot of stories.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every time my parents would go out of town, we'd always go over to their house and stay with them, and it was always an adventure.
Always. Yeah, you'd be downstairs, and all you could hear is like footprints up, like
people walking
like,
around.
Oh my gosh, like footsteps all above you, and like the boys all running around, and I'm like, stay out of my room. You and your brothers were always really curious. Like, what do you have in here? What do you have in here? What's so precious in here that you won't let anybody come in?
Yeah, we had fun. It was, I don't know. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You had a rough upbringing for sure.
I always found fun though. Don't
get me wrong.
I always had a good time, like tried to anyway, and
you guys always tried to make the best of it, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have like, cheap toys or whatever, and you just play with them until they break, and then
or you just break them and go do something.
We played a lot outside. We were that typical Gen X kid where my mom would get up on a Saturday morning, kick us out of the house, lock the door and say, don't bother me, my shows are on. And so we'd be outside the whole day and playing, and yeah. Gen X is the best generation ever. Just ask any Gen Xer, they will tell you we are the best generation ever. And, if you're a millennial or a Gen Z, I'm sorry, you're just not part of Gen X, so you are not part of the best generation ever. And I'm sorry for that. You were born at the wrong time. Because the one meme that I saw that said we were 30 when we were 10 because we had to come home and, take care of ourselves and clean the house and make dinner and all this stuff. We were 30 when we were 10, and now that we're 50, we're still 30.
They used to have this thing called latchkey kids.
Yes.
Which is basically mom and dad both work, and when the bus dropped you off, you let yourself in the house and you took care of yourself. You didn't hopefully, if you had half a brain in your head, you didn't go too far.
Right.
Because when your mom got home or your dad got home, you better be somewhere near there.
and get this, when your parents got home, they expected the house to be clean and dinner started.
Mm-hmm.
So and your homework done. So if you didn't have those things done, you were in a world of hurt.
Oh yeah.
So we knew pretty much like what the boundaries were, what we had to get done, and we did it. We didn't complain about it because who are you going to complain to? I
mean, we're from the generation where if the neighbor saw you out doing something wrong, he would whoop your ass.
Yes. Yes.
You didn't mess around.
We had a neighbor that actually slapped one of my brothers in the face because he was talking back to her. And my mom came walking out and she's like, okay, what was said? And as she's standing there, the neighbor's telling her why she slapped my brother in the face. And my mom heard the story, took my brother in and beat his ass because that's what she did. And that's just how it was. Like, oh, you made the neighbor slap you? Okay, now I'm going to whoop your butt.
Right.
So,
whatever you did that was so bad that they had to slap you.
Yeah.
Now you're getting it from me.
Yeah. I remember my dad chasing my brothers around the dining room table and counting.
Yeah.
That's one. That's 2. Keep going. I can count real high. And then eventually it would get high enough, like up to maybe 10. And then he would look at my mom and he'd be like, all right, goalie, let's get the kid in play. And she would catch him as he was running around the table again. And then my dad would just start spanking his butt. He would count to about 10 and then he's like, all right, I've had enough. We're not playing this game anymore.
That's enough. I want to break my hand.
And we've borrowed some of those same phrases with, use them with our kids.
Oh,
like,
of course.
I've said to I can't tell you how many times I said to our kids, you know what? I've ridden on this ride before and I don't want to take another ride. So we're not doing this anymore. We're not playing this game anymore. We've been on this merry-go-round before and I was sick back then on this. I don't want to do it again. We're done. Yeah. Not very fun.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun though since we grew up though.
Yeah, for sure.
Different kind of fun.
Definitely. I mean, we actually had a lot of fun even with the kids and everything else going on. And, we take time and, when we lived in Arizona, we would go, whatever, a couple miles away and go to a hotel and just pretend we didn't exist for a while.
Pretend the kids didn't exist for a while.
Yeah.
If you're on fire or you're bleeding to death, call us. Other than that, please don't call us.
Yep.
If you're locked out of the house, it's okay. It's Arizona. You'll survive, so it's fine. Yeah, we weren't very forgiving. Or I'm not forgiving really, but like not. I don't know. I don't really know what the word is. Like, we just didn't give like not very concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 16. You're fine. You'll deal with it.
Well, I mean, you pretty much knew you could trust them at that point. Plus, we had cameras.
Yeah, we had cameras. Like, let's see what the kids are doing now. Okay.
I mean,
it's fine.
It was only like the kitchen and the, like facing out in the driveway. It was like, basically main areas of the house where people can enter or exit.
I don't know if the kids forgot that we had cameras or not, but we put the cameras in because we had one who liked to steal a lot. And Dan said, well, you got to catch him in the act before you can discipline. And I'm like, all right, fine. So we put cameras up, and I don't know if the kids just forgot that we had cameras, but we had one of those smart door locks on the front door. So it would record the time that the door unlocked.
Every time it's latched or unlatched, it tells you what time it was, when it was, if it was latched or unlatched.
So we had gone out of town one night, and we came home, and our 20-year-old daughter was house sitting and watching our youngest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why was the door opened at 4:00 in the morning? And she's like, oh, I had to run out to my car. And I said, it took you an hour to run out to your car and come back in? And she goes, what? And I said, you do realize the door lock records the time coming in and out, right? Oh, I forgot. I guess you did. Might have wanted to just leave that door open, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, but oh well. Yeah.
If you like our show, you can feel free to
and you can email us too. You're more than welcome to email us. Somewhere we've got a banner here. There we go. author.bethlee@gmail.com. So feel free to email us anytime. It'd be fun.
Yes.
I do answer emails. I do answer comments on videos. I probably shouldn't anymore. It amazes me how people can be kind of mean on videos. It just amazes me. But people get that internet courage, I guess.
Right.
Where they figure they can just say anything,
Keyboard courage.
Yeah, keyboard courage. And they figure they can just say anything, and they forget that it's a real person on the other end of that video that's putting it out.
Mm-hmm.
But oh well. Anyways, we have a game that our lovely brother-in-law and sister-in-law sent us, Mr. Destroyer. It's called Let's Get Deep. I don't know if you can see that because of the glare. There you go. Let's Get Deep. So it's questions for couples. This game, it's pretty fun. They've got icebreaker questions, which are just real easy type things. They've got deep questions, they've got deeper questions, and then they've got activity cards. One of the activity cards we were looking at earlier said, look into each other's eyes for a full 5 minutes, don't look away. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No. Sorry, no, we're not doing that. Not something we're going to do here, especially like not on our live.
Right.
No, we're not doing that. That might get a little, I'll look into your eyes for like 5 seconds, but we'd start laughing.
Yeah, we would.
So we thought we'd go through a few of the questions, and then you guys can play along at home too, and just kind of ask your spouse these same questions and see what your responses would be.
If you're on here live, go ahead and make a comment.
Yeah, feel free. So let's get into it.
All right.
Let's get deep, honey.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
I'm going to do an icebreaker.
All right. Icebreaker.
Have you had a song dedicated to you or a poem written for you?
Yes, I have, by you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually have written.
Yes, I have, by her.
We've written poems back and forth to each other before, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, I think one of the first poems that I wrote was
Rush of Butterflies.
A Rush of Butterflies, and it's that we actually put it in the book. Like some of the poems that I've written to Dan are actually in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they're very pretty. You do a nice job.
Thank you, baby. Yes, I'm going to do a deep question. All right. If you could have any style haircut, no judgment or repercussions, what would it be?
Probably something like that.
I think I'd probably go with the style that I have right now. I'm pretty boring.
Not boring.
I always wanted straight hair because my hair is actually very wavy. So like if I jump into a pool and get my hair all wet, it's very wavy.
We're hair opposites.
Yes, because yours is like stick straight. And like in the 80s, I had perms. I would get one. I was allowed to get one perm a year, and my hair would be super curly like the whole year long. Yeah, I miss the perms because I always wanted curly hair.
I had a few perms.
Well, like curly, either curly or straight.
I had to get a perm because my hair would just be
you had
flat
a perm? I don't remember
to my
that.
head. The thing is, even like a regular perm that would make your hair curly.
Yeah.
My hair goes back normal, but it gives it actually just a little little body. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go deeper.
Yes, please. Oh wait. Okay. Sorry.
What do you consider the difference between having sex and making love?
I think having sex making love, I think, is when you first realize you have feelings for one another. And, there's times where you want to make love and you're feeling all romantical and stuff. And then there's times where you just want to fuck and
just want to bang.
Yeah. I
just want to make her come as many times as possible.
Speaking of that, I know what I want for my birthday present tonight.
Birthday sex.
I want an orgasm.
Oh, you'll get that.
Big O. I want a few of them, actually.
I was going to say, let's be real here.
Yeah, I'll get like 5 or 6. I don't know. So we'll use. So it's good.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think the difference is sometimes you want to make love and have it be all sweet and sensual and things. And that's great to have that every once in a while. Then other times you just want to, have sex and, go wild. Get a little wild with each other. That's always fun.
Yes.
Yes. Tessa agrees. All right, activity card. Taking turns, say one word each. Tell the story of your first date.
Shoot, what was our first date?
Went to the races with Eric and Sandra.
Okay.
All right. We
went
to
the
races
with
Eric
and
Sandra
and
had fantastic
time.
That was so dumb.
Kind of fun though.
Yes. All right, your turn.
I'm gonna go back deeper.
Yes, please.
Would you be open to watching porn together? Why or why not? Would you?
Yes, we watch porn together all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
I know there's some people that like we go to church, there's some people that don't agree in watching porn, and that's fine, whatever your belief is. I think it's fun. We actually laugh at a lot of them. So. We'll get up and start dancing to the fun porno music. It's fun. It's a good time.
Especially the good old 70s.
Ooh, baby, that's getting me hot.
Yeah.
Or just like Dan knows. Dan's a lot more knowledgeable about things than I am. And so he'll come up with some phrase and he's like, "You've never heard of that before?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Don't look it up." So of course I have to look it up.
Like
of course.
Hot Carl or Dirty Sanchez.
Was it 2 chicks, 1 cup or something
Oh,
like
God.
that?
Two chicks, two
Oh
girls,
my
1 cup.
God.
Ooh,
Yeah.
No, don't look it up.
I had to look
Blue
it up.
Waffles.
And I'm like,
Don't look it up.
yeah, that is never going to happen. Sorry, that's never going to happen. That's gross. Oh my God. Can I clean your pipes, ma'am? Are you a plumber?
Well, yes, I'm a plumber, and I guess I plumb.
I think my pipes do need a little bit of cleaning. The donkey in a wheelbarrow.
Yes.
All right, now I have to look it up. I'll wait till after the show, though. That's fine.
No, you don't want to see the donkey in the wheelbarrow.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
God damn it! Now I have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's another term for the clitoris.
Oh, so the little man on the boat.
Little man in the boat, yeah.
See, I told you he's a lot more knowledgeable about some of these things than I am. I was very naive when before we got together. I had a lot to learn. We'll just say a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I had no idea about some of this shit. All right, I'm going deep now.
It was my pleasure.
I'm going deep.
To teach you.
Better be prepared. What's an ability you'd like to have and why? An ability you'd like to have and why?
How about the ability to think?
I think you already have that ability.
Sometimes.
He's a smart guy. I think you'd like to have the ability to see right through my clothes because you're always staring anyway.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun. What would you like?
I think the ability to correct things in the past. I don't know, but then that would mess up the present. Because Back to the Future fan, yeah, Back to the Future fans and everything, like it changes things.
You don't want to get caught in a paradox.
Levitation Holmes.
It's Levitation Holmes. The power of flight. That's Levitation Holmes.
All right, your turn, Eddie. Go ahead.
We'll do a deep one.
Yes.
What is something you enjoy today but would have never gotten into if we hadn't met? Say it.
Let's see. Probably watching porn together. I never did that before you. So yeah, probably doing that. Stop, Tessa. You're not playing the game. You can't play. You don't have thumbs and you don't know how to read, so you can't play.
You can't play.
So yeah, that's probably it. Watching porn together because I never did that before we got together. All right.
I would say organizing.
Organizing things?
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't do that before?
No.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I have my own little organization, but you have like organization upon organization.
Level 10.
Yeah.
I tried to.
I
All
thought
right.
I was organized.
You were wrong, sir.
I was wrong.
Right.
Yes.
Now, I know that Mama San is going to like this question. This is an icebreaker question. What is your favorite thing to do on a fall day? I know hers is drinking pumpkin spice coffee. I know that. What is yours? No, I'm asking you that question.
I would say
I'll answer in a minute.
Anything but cleaning leaves.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd love to be out riding in our dune buggy. That's what I'd love to do.
Yeah. I think on a fall day, I want to sit outside at night and just have like a bonfire and,
that's the good stuff.
Like light some of those
goddamn
leaves on fire.
You gotta have Uncle Jesse come over and play the guitar.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the first year we were out here, we have a lot of, bonfire. Mama said bonfire. The first year we were out here, I knew we had trees, but I didn't realize how many leaves we were going to have on the ground. And of course, the day that I choose that I'm going to go out and I'm going to rake the leaves, naked bonfire hunt. Yes.
Indeed.
I chose a day where, of course, the wind was blowing, and it blows the wind blows all the time at our house anyway because we're up on a hill. So, of course, the wind is blowing, and I choose the wrong direction to be trying to rake the leaves. The wind is blowing them all back as I'm raking them. And Dad came walking over. He took a break from work. He comes walking over, and I'm cursing a storm, And he goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "You know what? Fuck these trees. Fuck these leaves. Fuck Illinois. I'm moving back to Arizona. God damn it." Like, fuck. I'm like, every time I go to lift up these leaves and put them in the wheelbarrow, they're blowing into my face. I've had enough. I'm done. And I walked off. I'm like, I'm done. Naked leaf raking? Depending on the weather, maybe. Yes. Maybe.
Not today.
See, now that we don't have any kids around, it's naked time all the time.
That is true.
Unless it's below 0, and then it's naked time under a blanket.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's too cold.
Yes.
Go ahead, honey.
What?
Go ahead. Choose a card.
I'm going to do an activity.
Okay.
Close your eyes and let your partner kiss any part of your body that they choose.
I don't know if we can do that on camera.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to do that to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'll be safe. Now your turn. We'll make it PG for the folks out there. Did you put it back on top? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You want to do that one again, don't you?
No.
You're going to put it in your pocket.
Use it for later.
Let's go deeper, baby. Okay. Do you consider yourself to be more emotional or more logical, and why?
Logical. Because I'm extremely logical. That's just the way I am.
Yeah.
Part of being dyslexic.
Yeah. I'm actually...
Some days it's a good thing, and some days it makes me want to punch myself in the face. Yeah. Love it.
I'm actually fairly logical, too. I think our kids thought I was, like, not as compassionate sometimes, just because I'm very realistic. I'm very logical thinking. And like, I get emotional too, but that's a big part too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's like 51-49, 60-40, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Is it? Yeah, your turn. You're going deeper. Nice.
Going deep.
Nice.
When was the first time you said "I love you" to someone other than your family?
Probably my first boyfriend in college. Yeah, probably my first boyfriend in college.
Yeah, mine would have been. It was a long time ago. I mean, there was this girl that I really liked, and she didn't know that I really liked her. And we were on a swing set, and I reached over and I grabbed her swing and pulled her over to me and gave her a kiss.
Was that when you were 12?
It was when I was 12.
You know, the same thing happened to me. This guy reached over and grabbed my chains and pulled me up to him when I was on the swing and gave me this kiss. He didn't tell me he loved me, though.
You didn't hear me say "I love you," but I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. Now you see the emotional part. Oh.
That was the first time I ever told anyone other than my family that I loved them.
Wow. I think I was too thunderstruck to say anything when that happened. Even though we were only 12, like that was the first time we'd ever kissed anybody, but like
it was like
I don't think I could talk. Like I actually heard fireworks going off and saw shooting stars. Like
looks like Johnny's getting laid.
It was crazy. Destroyer says mine was to a pet cat. My pet cat Thomas when I was 6.
Tommy.
You had a pet cat named Thomas? I had a cat named
Yes.
Tommy Boy. He was my favorite cat. He was awesome. All right, my turn?
Your turn.
I'm going to go deep. What are the 3 most important traits you look for in a partner?
Big tits. What? Nice butt.
Check.
And unbelievably awesome personality.
You gotta start looking for somebody else.
I honestly, though, it would be somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that's kind, and someone that's loving.
Again, you're gonna have to start looking for somebody. I got the boobs on the butt. I don't know.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. There you go. I'm just saying. Mine, someone who's faithful, like faithful to me, faithful to God. Somebody that is funny, that can make me laugh, and somebody that loves me unconditionally.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Whoa! What? Just kidding.
Yeah, I gotta work on your sense of humor. All right, your turn, jackass. Let's go.
Let's go a little deeper.
All right.
How would your parents describe you?
There's so many things I could say right now, but they're really
No,
bad.
honestly.
My dad used to say it was slow as molasses, but no, I think my parents would be really proud. I know that they always thought I was really inquisitive, and my favorite question was why. I didn't ask how things were done or anything. It was always why. Because if I understood why, then I could figure out how I could get things done.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would make more sense to me. So I was always very inquisitive. But I think my parents I think they'd be really proud. Writing the book and
Raising the kids.
raising their kids,
Mhm.
you know, and really sticking to that plan that they had for their kids, and following it through. I think they would have been really proud of that. And we tried to raise the kids the way they would have, with their ideals and just their style of parenting.
Yeah.
You know, the way we parented those kids was my parents' style of parenting.
Right. And that's really, I mean, that's what I would assume that they wanted.
Yeah. But I think, I know my mom thought that you and I were both really funny. My favorite thing to do is just catch my mom off guard and make her laugh. And, you know, like, happy birthday, fucker, you know. She'd be like, Teresa Beth.
Happy birthday, fucker.
And I know my mom liked you more than she did me for a while there. But like, on our wedding day, my mom came up to me and gave me a big hug, like after we got married. And she goes, I'm really happy for you. I think you really found a good one here. And I said, yeah, I think so too. And I had told my dad, you know, my dad had asked before we walked down the stairs, you know, he's like, do I need to remind you I've got a car sitting out front just in case you want to run? And I'm like, no, he's the one. He's definitely the one. We're good. And he goes, yeah, I was just testing you. I know Dan's the one. He always has been. And my mom gave me a hug after we got married, and she's like, I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy for you. And Dan is a really good boy. Don't hurt him. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And she goes,
don't let him hurt me, right?
Right. Like, you're supposed to be on my side, you know? No, I really love Dan. Don't hurt him. And I'm like, do you love me? I mean, come on. No,
Yeah.
My parents were awesome.
I mean, it helps that I've known your parents pretty much my whole life.
Yeah, since you were 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always had a special place for you in her heart. She always loved you.
She was always really sweet to me.
Yeah. She always loved you. I think she loved you more than she loved a couple of my brothers. We won't mention.
I think I distinctly remember a negotiation between my mom and your mom. It sounded like draft picks or something. They were talking about, now we'll switch Dan's, and then I'll throw bread in for, you know, a buffer.
And your mom wanted me for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if your mom might have been willing to switch John for me. I don't know. Like trade John for me.
Maybe.
I don't know. That wouldn't have worked out to our advantage, though.
No.
Well, you still would have been going to my mom's house, so it would have been fine.
Yeah.
All right. How would your parents describe you?
Smart, funny, dumbass.
I don't think they would say
Smart.
dumbass.
Funny, dumbass. Smart, funny, loving, caring, truthful, dumbass.
I don't think that's true. I've never heard your mom and dad say that you're
dumbasses.
Never heard your mom and dad say that about you. Maybe Destroyer can corroborate that. I don't know.
Yep, he's a dumbass.
Oh, here's a deeper question. What do your friends think of me?
My friends love you.
My friends love you. I know
Yeah.
that. Totally enamored with you. Oh, here we go.
My friends are pretty much my family. Oh my God.
Let's see. It starts out here. Hashtag FATCS, and then just FATCS, and then facts. Damn correction thing.
Damn autocorrect.
Autocorrect. Oh, you get to go now. What?
All right.
He was gonna slap my hand.
Which of these are your love languages? words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, physical touch. Yours are words of affirmation and acts of service.
Yes. Yours is physical touch.
Yes.
See, we did a whole show on this. So if you're keeping up with the lives, we did a whole show on this. Just go back. I think it's number 2,
Yes.
right? And we're on 30.
Yeah.
But we've mentioned it a lot. Like, definitely get to know your partner's love language. Mine's definitely.
It can only help.
Yeah. Because that way, when you're giving to your spouse or trying to show love, you can speak in your spouse's love language.
Right.
So yeah,
it's extremely important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an easy question. If we switched lives for a day, what do you think I would do first?
Oh, it would be sexual. If you were down here working all day and I was in the house all day, there'd be some fun had. I'm just saying. Don't leave me in the house with your body. Ooh.
I don't think it's switching bodies. I think it's just switching lives.
If you switch lives, that means you switch bodies.
True. P standing. Wow, this is different. Ooh, I got a new toy.
I was gonna say. Yeah, then the first time you go to shake it off, you go, wait a second. That's interesting.
You're shaking more than twice, you're playing with it. Go on now. Yeah, there would definitely be more shaking than twice.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. And you'd have, some things to play with.
Yes. I'd never leave the house.
2 years later.
It would be awesome because then I could get to know like every little nuance of your body and just drive you insane.
You can. I'm just saying, you can. You can take your time and figure it all out. Just saying. All right. What's your favorite memory of you and your friends? Why?
Probably getting stoned and laughing our asses off because we did that a lot. Usually we're working on a car or something, but yeah. Sometimes it was getting drunk, sometimes it was getting stoned. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cheryl came in to see us. Hey, Cheryl, How are you? Hey, Wendy. Thank you. I think, let's see, my favorite memory with Mama-san is probably my bachelorette party. And we went out, we went out bar hopping a little bit, and I don't remember a whole lot. I remember dancing quite a few times, and I think we did karaoke. I don't remember. I think we did.
Yes.
I have no idea. But I remember going back, you were over at Destroyer's house.
Yeah.
And had to get me home, and
they sort of poured you out of the car.
Yeah.
Said, Dan, come pick up your mess.
That was after we stopped along the side of the road out in the country, and I had to stand in the back of the car for a minute.
You had to offload?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. One of my friends, Colleen, one of my favorite memories with her, karaoke, puking on the side of the road.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's laughing your ass off. Yeah, I think I was laughing while I was puking. I think I was laughing because I was puking and
right.
And then puking more.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
my
cycle.
Gosh. And I don't remember
the drunken cycle.
I remember waking up naked the next morning and thinking, how did I get this way? And you're like, I was respectful, don't worry. Nothing was happening with you smelling like that. I think you told me you were getting drunk just from kissing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that definitely was a night for the books. Yes, for sure. Oh my gosh. One of my friends, Colleen, I lived with her for a little while when we were in our 20s or early 30s, and she and I decided, like, we would take little trips just on the spur of the moment and just let's get in the car and take a drive, and we would drive in the mountains, in the Arizona for a little bit. And we decided, hey, let's take a little trip up to Flagstaff, which is like 4 hours north of Phoenix. And we'll stop on the way and get some snacks, and we'll stay somewhere. We stayed at some hotel in Flagstaff. we stopped at a Walgreens right across the street from our apartment, and we're loading up on all these snacks. Like, we've got our arms full, like loaded with snacks and drinks for the road up or the trip up there. And while we're standing in line, we noticed this lady going through this. It was like a half off bin, a sale bin, and it was full of sweatpants. And she had to have been an Arizona transplant from New York. Mm. And she's got like these big Jackie O sunglasses. Like, it was like a skin tight leopard deal, like some leopard outfit. And her hair's all like bouffant, all out like this. And she's looking over at the person who was working there. And she's like, do you have any more of these sweatpants in the back? Because my husband wears an extra large, and I don't see that here in the bin. So I need you to go in the back and check. And the guy's like, okay, ma'am. So we are dying laughing because it was just so funny. So the entire way from Phoenix to Flagstaff, 4 hours, we talked nonstop with a New York accent. Of course, my name was Victoria. No, I don't have any secrets for you, but my name is Victoria. And it was just like talking in this New York accent the entire way up there. It was so funny. I don't remember that trip either. I was bar hopping up there too. Why are so many of my stories about bar hopping?
A lot of my stories,
I don't even drink that much anymore.
A lot of my stories on that way as well.
I don't even drink that much anymore. I think I got all the drinking out of the way back then, and the bar hopping.
I remember going and I went with Eric's band, Agent Zero.
Yeah.
And they were playing at Hard Times. And it was a Christmas show. And lead singer Jesse is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. He brought in a pogo stick to a heavy metal concert where people are what do you call
slam dancing?
Slam dancing. Yeah. So
mosh pit.
People are in a mosh pit. So he puts this thing out there, and these people they jump on it, and of course everybody's completely hammered. They jump on it, they get like one boing, and then it goes wha-bam! And you're like, oh my God. Somebody else grabs it and picks it up and does the same thing. Wha-bam! Oh, there was a guy that was so drunk, he started smashing his head into a table and like blew his head open, like it was bleeding.
Oh my gosh!
Everybody's like, "What the hell is he doing?"
Wow.
It was crazy. It was fun, but it was crazy.
I'm sure he wasn't feeling any of that pain until the next couple of days.
He was not feeling anything right about that.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
All I remember about Destroyer was he'd be playing the drums, and that was the night that we were back here visiting for my cousin's wedding.
Oh yeah.
And
that's a different time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were in your basement at your house, and all I remember about that night is I'm over on one side of the room. Dan's across from me, like on the other side of the room. And I keep noticing every time I look over at him, he's like staring at me. And I'm like, okay, all right. So anyway, we're watching Destroyer play drums and listening. I don't know what band he was in at that point.
He was in Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah. And so they're playing a bunch of songs.
And Benny.
And Destroyer's playing his drums, and I just thought it was the coolest thing because he had a cigarette in his mouth, and he's ashing it from his mouth. And I'm like, how is he doing that? That's so cool. That's talent right there. I'm like, that's awesome.
Eric is very talented.
Apparently. Yeah. But at one point my brother looked over, my oldest brother looked over and he's like, I'm leaving. I don't want to stay here anymore. We got to go. And I don't know how you heard it from across the room, but you came walking over and you're like, I'll take you home. I'll take you back to the hotel. I'm like, okay, that sounds good.
I'm like, if you want to hang out here for a while, hey.
How did you hear what he was saying though? Were you reading his lips or something?
No, you're standing right next to me.
No, you were across the room.
No. He was right next to me.
No,
I heard him say it.
He was across the room. Believe me.
Either way, I heard him say it.
That's because you have bionic hearing. I think you were reading his lips.
I was listening.
You were lip reading.
No.
Yes.
I'm not a good lip reader.
No.
I'm a bad lip reader.
All right. Whose turn is it? I forgot.
What are we doing?
Oh, it's your turn.
Oh. If you had the option to be famous, would you take it? Why or why not?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be famous or not.
It's an interesting question.
I wouldn't want to be so famous that you couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't have any privacy, and like, I wouldn't want that.
So you don't want to be so famous that you're infamous.
Right. I want to be able to go to Walmart and go shopping and not have a bunch of people going, "Oh my God, you're so and so." Like, yeah.
You're Beth Lee.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, you're mistaken.
I don't know who you're talking about. You want to play Lillers? All right. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Holy cow.
That's interesting. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Neither one.
I wouldn't care about having the ability to lie. I try not to lie very much anyway, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to believe everything I'm told.
No.
No.
Goodness. That would be a mess.
That rhymed.
I know.
You're a poet and you didn't know it.
No. Each of you create a dare for your partner.
We'll do that later.
Yeah. Give each other a meaningful compliment. Try to make it something that they haven't heard before. You have really cute ears.
Thank you, baby. I like your nose. I do. You've got like a perfect nose.
Really?
Yes. No, I'm lying to you. No, you've got a perfect nose. I was trying to think of something because I've already told you, like, you've got the biggest set of balls that I've ever seen before. Like, I've already told you that. So.
And I didn't want to say, you got the best tits I've ever seen.
Well, I've already heard that, so you've already told me that.
That's true.
But I do like your nose. You've got a perfect nose.
The nose knows.
The nose. Hey, Justin. Justin joined us right when I'm talking about Dan's balls.
What up,
how
man?
are you doing? Thank you very much, Justin. Having a great birthday. We're playing this game. Let's go deep. I'm dropping shit all over the floor. Let's get deep.
There it is.
Dropping crap all over the floor. There we go.
And it is your turn.
Is it?
Yes.
Let's do an icebreaker. Okay. Icebreaker. What makes you feel better when you're sick?
You can read the rest of the question, right?
Or how do you like to be taken care of when you're not feeling well?
I just want somebody to be nice to me and, treat me like how do you say that? Like I'm actually sick. You know what I mean? Because I've had girls in the past that have basically you just said, suck it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's not nice at all.
How about you?
When I'm sick, what makes me feel better is like if I have a headache, like rubbing my head, that feels good. Or yeah. But when I'm sick, just having somebody take care of me, and because I'm trying to take care of other people, and so like when we haven't been sick, knock on wood. It's not wood, but we haven't been sick for a while.
We've been healthy.
Yes, we take vitamins. Vitamin B to Vegemites.
Vitamin B to Vegemins.
Yeah, we take those, and so we haven't been sick very much. But like when I was sick, when we were, like when we were younger, the kids were always bringing stuff home. That's why we were sick.
Yeah.
We don't have kids anymore, so we don't get sick anymore. It's crazy. But the kids always brought like all kinds of bugs home, and it was like, oh my gosh, you're sick again. Now I'm gonna get sick. Thanks. Yeah, just having somebody to take care of me was good. I said earlobes right before Dan said ears. ESP is real.
Yes.
Dan's really good at the ESPNs. Nothing wrong with talking about
each other's
having parts. Yes. Yes. That's good. All right. Yes, I'm ready.
What song would be at the top of your sex playlist?
Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye. I like that one. Or I'm Gonna Sex You Up by Color Me Bad. Great 90s song.
Literally the same, the two that I was gonna.
Your Body is a Wonderland by John Mayer. That always gets me right in the mood. It makes certain parts get nice and warm.
All tingly.
Oh, tingly.
And engorged.
Yes. I just snorted. All right, let's go deep. Let's have a deep question. Ooh, Enigma. Oh, God, yes.
There you go.
I haven't heard Enigma for so long. Oh, yeah. All right, we got to end the show right now. Would you rather be able to speak to animals or know all the foreign languages, and why?
Speak to animals.
Tess, that was perfect timing.
I think animals would have way more interesting conversations.
I think so too. I would love to be able, like, we talk for our dogs anyway, and
yeah, our dogs have their own personality. One that we've made up pretty much, but still.
Yes. Yeah, timing is everything. That was perfect. Tessa, I love you. That was perfect. Yeah, Lily is the cute little puppy, and she's just sweet and, talks in a little baby voice. Oh my God, Daddy, I love you. And then Tessa is, she's just ornery. She's
just
very
an old
ornery.
lady.
Yes.
She's all mad all the time.
She's mad. She's complaining.
What are you doing here?
All right. I think I've had enough fun with the game. Have you?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was fun.
All right. Well, I think we're going to go for today. That's all we got for today. We didn't have anything planned. So your homework for today is go have some fun with your spouse.
Yep.
Because I know we will. Because I get to have birthday sex now. And I get my favorite birthday present, which is a bunch of orgasms.
There you go.
Yay me. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we will see you next week. We are so happy you joined us. We love you, and thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. We love you guys.
Thank you guys. Love you.